ओके गाइस, चलो शुरू करते हैं। उत्कर्ष, लेट्स गो यार। बता यार अपना एक बार प्रोफाइल, मे बी इफ यू वांट टॉक अबाउट योर 10th 12th नंबर, इफ यू वांट टू टॉक अबाउट योर कैट पर्सनल अगेन यू कैन, इफ यू वांट टू इग्नोर, अप टू यू। बट मोर इंपॉर्टेंटली लेट्स गो बैक द मेमोरी लाइन अगेन एंड पूरा बताना, दो पैनलिस्ट थे, तीन लोग थे, क्या क्या था, दैट्स गोना बी रियली हेल्पफुल।
Okay, so I got a 98.99 percentile GEM profile, and my 10th, 12th, and BTech is 988. Right. So pretty generic profile, I would say. Right. So my MDI interview was one of the most random interviews that I gave, and जितने में मैंने अपने friends वगैरह से भी बात करी, like either they were very structured, like the professors knew what they have to ask from the students, or they were very random. So it can go two ways. Mine was very random. So there was a lot. This was the panel, and it had like two panelists, and one was a law professor in our college, Mrs. Parul Gupta, like very very respected, highly intelligent, I would say, and very smart professor. So she was there, and like as soon as I got in the interview, no introduction, nothing, she started asking me law questions, like anything related to law. And first, it started with IT laws because my background was computer science and engineering. But the good thing was that before the interview, like I had numbers of people who were in the same panel, like we were connected on Telegram. So I knew there is a law professor there. So I read. कुछ तो हो रहा था तब मेरे टाइम में आईटी लॉज में, मुझे पता था ये पूछेंगे. So I read. So the interview started well. Then she started asking me about the Constitution of India, about fundamental rights, principles, वो state directives, whatever it is. And बहुत random questions. She asked me, like the fundamental rights are guaranteed to the Indian citizens. Which are the fundamental rights or normal rights which are guaranteed to the foreign citizens as well who are living in India? So there you have to apply, like you have to think on your feet. Like I said, obviously right to live होगा, right to equality होगा, ये सब तो हो गई. So basically, I believe they were just testing me on my ability to think on my feet, how smart I am, how logical and structured answers I'm giving. I guess if like that's my opinion for sure. That if you want to get into MDI, you have to be like professors are looking for very smart kids. You should look very cool. Find a niche for yourself. See, it has become highly competitive in the recent years. MDI से बहुत calls जाते हैं. Like you would have seen कि कम percentiles पे भी call जाती है, even to GEM. So there's a lot of competition, and what these professors focus on, I mean, recent focus is on the diversity. Now, diversity can come from two things: either from what you have done until now, you have done arts, you have done anything, or your general interest that can create a niche for you. एंड कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा ही किसी का, अगर कोई हॉबी भी नहीं है तब भी यू कैन, there might be a subject in your college, in your undergrad college, which you have liked so much, या उस पे कुछ project किया था, anything, you can talk about anything. So I mean, my 2 cents would be that just mention that niche in your introduction only, or somehow in the interview. If you're not asked about your introduction, it was a 15-20 minutes introduction to this entire interview was 15 to 20 minutes. And I believe I got in because I was able to think on my feet. I was confident. That was a pressure interview. I knew that. I mean, I knew when I was in the middle of that interview, and I I was sure that I have to convert this interview, this pressure interview, into a conversation. And that's where I like picked up, talked about things which interest me. Like generally, I'm interested in history and mythology. तो वो जो क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे थे उसमें कुछ भी हिस्ट्री या माइथोलॉजी का एस्पेक्ट लाके आई स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट. So I mean, you have to be very smart in your interviews. Like that will be my 2 cents for now.
Super. और माइथोलॉजी में थोड़ा और बता, व्हाट वाज इट ऑल अबाउट, उसके क्या क्या बोला था?
माइथोलॉजी था, मतलब माइथोलॉजी में तब एक बहुत फेमस हो रहा था वो आर्टिकल, मैनेजमेंट एंड माइथोलॉजी, जिसमें दे कंपेयर हिंदू गॉड्स विद द कंसेप्ट्स ऑफ एमबीए. लाइक अगर बिजनेस में मनी आ रहा है तो लक्ष्मी इज कमिंग, ये इस टाइप से, एंड लाइक रिलेटिंग इट टू पूरे वो शास्त्र वगैरह. सो आई टॉक्ड अबाउट दैट. सो आई बिलीव, सी, इफ दे आर गिविंग सो मेनी कॉल्स, इंटरव्यूज भी बोर हो जाएंगे, राइट? इंटरव्यूज लेते 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 लेते. सो इंटरव्यू के अगर फर्स्ट 5 minutes में यू टॉक अबाउट समथिंग विच might interest them, just do that. And that's a good way also to drive your interview rather than waiting for what next question can come to you.
बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन आ रहे चैट के अंदर, थोड़ी देर के लिए यार रखो अपन, उत्कर्ष के बाद टाइम थोड़ा कम है भाई, अभी कॉलेज में नहीं है, अभी नौकरी लग गई उसकी, तो पहले अपन सुन लेते हैं, देन वील आंसर योर क्वेश्चन एज वेल. ग्रेट यार. I'll show you some sample interviews towards the end and you'll see like how crazy it can go as well. Great. तो कुछ ये तो बहुत बड़ी चीज बताया यार, creating your niche as well. So at your time Utkarsh, the first time MDI Gurgaon started to become profile based, right? कि तेरे टाइम पे भी जेम नहीं थे भर भर के 98 99 वाले?
मेरे टाइम थोड़ा कम था, डाइवर्स क्राउड आया था डेफिनेटली, बट मेरे जूनियर बैच से एकदम डाइवर्सिटी पे फोकस हो गया था. मेरे टाइम फिर भी कम था.
राजेश चक्रवर्ती was already there that time?
हाँ, he was there.
तेरे टाइम पे आ गए थे ना वो?
हाँ.
I remember I met him at MDI Gurgaon, and in fact he was at CATKing also, and he came down here and we had a very good discussion.
But God knows what Arvind is thinking right now, the new director.
सुन रहे होंगे तेरा वीडियो भाई, अब तो तू ग्रेजुएट हो चुका है, but yeah, but I think they move towards profile based, which is very good. I really like profile based. Yeah.
I guess every MBA college is doing that. I mean, I guess that time is gone when you only judge a person on the basis of your percentile, because when you actually sit for interviews of internships and your final placements, nobody there will ask your percentile. Nobody.
Right.
So they'll always see your profile. Yeah.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, बहुत ही बढ़िया दिन है आज, क्योंकि I am too much overloaded with MDI Gurgaon information. I'll just show you a picture. This is for everyone. So these are all the new IIMs के directors here, and 6 of them or 7 of them मैंने class में दिखाया था, and barring this guy, this is Pawan Kumar Singh, I am Trichy, and this is Beloni sir, I am Kozhikode, then I am Kashipur, this is I am Jammu, ignore me, this is I am Sambalpur, this is I am Nagpur. Best thing पता क्या है? You guys know what's the common thing in between? Any guesses? Yeah, MDI directors. So MDI, ये 4 लोग, नागपुर, संबलपुर, I am Jammu, sorry, I am Trichy, I am Jammu और I am Raipur भी. I am Raipur is founded by the guy who was director at MDI Gurgaon. So they were just making laughing around that. And this was the last director. And this guy is Rajesh Chakravarti. Amazing guy, I really like him. But again, वो अलग कहानी है डायरेक्टर्स की, वो अपन बाद में बात करेंगे. It's a directors college. बिल्कुल. Lot of directors are born there, I would say. All right, boys and girls, hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you so much for joining in and keep working hard. As I told you, it's a lot of fun. मुझे बड़ा मजा आया, and हम पढ़ते जाएंगे, करते जाएंगे, but enjoy this process. It's going to be great. Say a big thank you to Revati for spending time. Revati, you are amazing, by the way. One of the best interviews. हाँ भाई, मजा आया कि नहीं? Among all the interviews, this was the best one, right? Among all IIM ABC, वो भी मुझे प्यारे हैं, but it was so much of fun. Great, yeah, great. Thanks, Piyush, for joining in. Thanks, Shanad, and all the best, Revati. I'll see you
next. All the best, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Take care. God bless you. और अगले साल ही convert करेंगे और आएंगे सब यहाँ पे. ठीक है. God bless you guys.
Bye. Join me on the panel next year.
Sorry.
Join me on the panel next year.
Of course. Yeah. They'll be on this side. तो रेवती consistent है. वो उसको तो lifetime achievement award देना है हमें.